Can y'all hear me?
Yep, can hear you now.
I hear you.
Ah, fuck. All right.
Oh, are you sick too?
No. So, you guys ready to get into it?
Yep.
All right. So, let's first start off by saying that Call of Duty Ghosts is the worst fucking Call of Duty ever, and I don't know how to feel about being blown off for the worst fucking COD ever.
Not gonna lie, thought Ghost was pretty good. It was all right. Multiplayer was shit. Story I thought was okay.
Typical
Kick him out of
Reddit.
the call, please.
Typical Reddit opinion, I swear.
I can let you know what was shit. Advanced Warfare, and I'm not just saying that because I couldn't afford to buy it at the time.
Advanced Warfare did kind of blow, to be honest.
Jesus.
Started the whole fucking jumping around and flying bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where every game just became, every shooter just became Overwatch.
Which I appreciated in Black Ops 3, because that was the first Call of Duty I actually got good at, but it could get annoying after a fucking while.
Wall running and shit.
Shit, Black Ops 3 was fun. Black Ops 3 Zombies was fucking great, too. I thought.
But yeah, so the reason we're saying fuck Call of Duty Ghosts is because Chico, aka Ravi Singh, is blowing us off to play Ghosts today, I guess.
Piece of shit.
What a fucking what?
Can't look at a fucking schedule. I thought it was next week. Oh, Jesus. But welcome back, everyone who watches our stuff. We appreciate it and thank you. Let's get into who has a X account. So, Mydorth, who streams on Twitch at, at twitch.tv/B.A.T.R Gaming. What's your X account?
My X account is at B.A.T.R_Mydorth. At the moment, it's generally just the occasional Twitch post whenever X allows me to post a link, and all around general shit posting. I'm thinking about potentially, for some streams, whenever anything happens, creating small shorts from them and then uploading them.
Hey.
So there's that avenue that I might go down eventually.
And Aurelius, what's your X account?
Fuck, why'd you have to go with me next? I don't remember. Hold on.
He's
trying to make fucking mac and cheese, and you're gonna call on me about my X account? God damn it. Hold on. I got this, guys. Let me just sign out of my actual account and then see if I can find the X account.
Fuck.
Yeah, there we go. It's at B.A.T.R_Aurelius is my X account. I don't really do anything on there. Boss made me make it, but it's there and it's around. So I guess if you want to fucking post something on my timeline, is that Facebook? I think that's Facebook.
I think that's Facebook, yeah.
Yeah, if you want to fucking tweet me, X me, whatever the fuck that is. I don't even think we got DMs open. So actually, you know, you can, if you just want to look at the account, you can just go there and look at it.
Just admire it.
It's not doing much, but it's there.
It's present. And what about you, Axel?
So I'm not going to call it by that name because it's fucking stupid. But you can find me on the website, the social media platform formerly known as Twitter, at B.A.T.R_Slacker. I just repost stuff. For some reason, a lot of like traditionalist, like Christian stuff has showed up in my timeline lately a lot, and I don't remember liking anything.
You need Jesus, that's why.
It was like
Elon wants me to be.
I was drunk and I get really Christian when I'm drunk.
Elon wants me to be Catholic, I guess. But I post just random stuff on there. Sometimes I'll repost things. And eventually I'll build up enough courage to showcase my shitty voice acting skills on there. Probably, maybe, sometime. I don't know.
There's going to be like an Eat, Pray, Love banner on his fucking account.
Yeah, good news, guys. We're going to have George Janko on the in the campaign next week. So.
Oh God.
No. But yeah, if you want to follow me on there, go ahead and track me down at B.A.T.R_Slacker.
And Max?
Yeah, you can find me at B.A.T.R_Headroom, HEADVROOM.
Nice. And I run the at B.A.T.R Gaming X account. Currently we have, I think it's like 10 followers. Most are just bots. But it's nice to see some growth, you know? And speaking of growth, we find ourselves back in the wasteland for another episode of The Winter of Adam, where the party has, well, the party basically stuck their dick in a hornet's nest and out popped the queen hornet. And the queen hornet, in the shape of the prophet of Adam, had a conversation with them, with the group, basically letting the group know that, one, they're not as close as they seem to think. 2, for character progression. 3, also to let them know that there is a rat amongst them. And 4, so that they can see that they're truly not safe. And we find ourselves back at the Red Rocket gas station. It's far more destroyed than when they first stepped foot in there. The charismatic, very handsome Jessup is no longer alive. He died protecting the egg that he was put in charge of. We are also one person short, aside from Ravi. Hummy Cans, in all of his grief, decided to end it all because he saw his wife lashed to a cross and he just couldn't go on any further. And we find ourselves fast forwarding a little bit with about 2 weeks' time has passed since all those, or everything that happened. The crosses, Axel lost someone close to him. Kieran found out that his wife was pregnant with a baby that he'll never get to meet. Graft got a letter from someone. I think I said it was his mom. Regardless, it's his mom. It's a letter from his mom. And Bush got a map to what appears to be the location of where Stonefist and his tribe is. So we find ourselves in the Red Rocket Station, and that is where we will pick up. You get the fuck out of that game, Aurelius, you son of a bitch.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Like I didn't see Ale and Tail Tavern pop up.
I'm getting into fucking, I'm getting into character. Talking about.
So,
Wrong campaign.
Yeah,
God,
wrong.
I can hear your shit-eating grin while you're trying to lie through your fucking teeth.
B.A.T.R Gaming presents.
I don't want to set the world on fire.
So you guys for the past 2 weeks have just kind of mulled everything over. You guys really haven't talked to one another. The idea of a rat being amongst you is kind of, you know, put you guys at odds. Not major odds, but odds enough to where, can you trust this person? Because you really don't know shit about any of these people aside from surface level.
Graft is probably sitting on the roof, or what's left of the roof, the Red Rocket gas station, just smoking a couple cigarettes. He'd probably have a pile of butts next to him. He's just been sitting up there looking around. I'd assume that by now we'd have like cleaned up the carnage a little bit and kind of fortified it a little bit if we've been there for 2 weeks.
We could say that at different times you guys have a little pile of smoldering ashes that once was the bodies of the children of Adam that attacked the gas station.
We would have buried Jessup, right?
I believe so, yeah.
In a hole the size of a fist. His fist.
I guess Axel would probably be in the garage, probably on a chair or something, reading one of the few books he has. Probably also smoking like a chimney.
Bush, what have you been up to in these last 2 weeks? Your dog's dead and you have that little map.
Edorth?
Wow. A hell of a riveting story.
Edorth, if you're talking, we can't hear you.
You hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
So Bush also has the death flag, but he's been spending his time looking at the map, thinking about, well, more or less just thinking about why this would be the specific thing that he would be given. Trying to figure out what the right hand of Adam or Stone Fist have in mind.
And Relius, seeing as we can hear every movement you're making with your mouse, what has Kieran been up to?
Oh, I didn't know you could hear all that. My bad.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm on my phone this time. I'm at my uncle's place. I have been sitting. Kieran's been sitting and just, fucking thinking over all that's been going on the past couple fucking days. Especially the fact that he found out he had a child on the way. But not anymore, because it is dead. Unless it was a radiated fetus, and it's kicking around as a ghoul fetus back in Ireland. But I don't think that's the case.
Pretty good assumption that that's not the case.
Okay, well, then yeah, just kind of sitting thinking about that, and yeah, it's pretty much all he's doing at this current moment. Not really talking to anybody else, because the whole fucking rat thing is in his head too.
Ravi's just kind of sitting off in the corner, holding the laser rifle that Hummy gave him to cover you guys during your assault of the building, the Children of Adam building. And he's just kind of just looking at it. Not doing much with it, just looking at it. And you guys hear a knock at the door. It's like a metal knock.
Valentine, I'm presuming.
I don't know. Open the fucking door.
Yeah, Graft will make his way down, keep a gun in his hand.
Axel will probably meet him at the door.
Alright, so you open the door and you see Nick Valentine. He has his, he's looking at you and he just kind of pulls off his hat. I see that, things didn't quite go as we originally planned.
That's an understatement.
Well, clue me in, because as it currently stands, all the leads that I had are either dead or have gone silent.
Well, Hamikins is dead.
That was his wife.
His wife
Jessup's
killed
dead.
him.
No, he killed him.
Oh.
I'm guessing that either Bo or that crazy prophet, or both of them, probably killed her, strung her up on the cross. They did the same with Brick and Marcus.
Supposedly, according to the prophet, there's a rat amongst us. Haven't really made any progress figuring that out.
Well, I mean, do you believe him? Do you have any reason to actually believe that there's a rat in your group?
I don't think he would have been able to get the resources and intel about us that he has if he didn't have some sort of, insider information. I just don't know how.
I don't know if that's entirely true, because all the shit he knew about us was stuff that everyone else in the group would have no idea of knowing. I've been pretty tight-lipped about everything going on in my life before I ran into all of you. But it does beg the question, maybe there is someone that slipped some information through, but I wouldn't even know where to start looking or who to point fingers at. But, I mean, you find out that people lie for a living, right?
I do, yes. People do lie for a living. However, to slip somebody into your group unnoticed is hard to do, unless he slipped them in unknowingly.
How would that work?
Well, I mean, it just perchance, I would assume. That's assuming that one of you, and here is the rat.
Well, I mean, my suspicions about Hummy being a traitor kind of went away the moment he blew his head off.
He didn't really seem the rat type, to be honest with you.
That being said, I wish I could have figured out more about these Brotherhood of Steel people that he was supposedly with.
Done a little bit of research myself, just talking with caravans and traders, and they're, for the most part, not terrible people. They have very zealous groups, factions amongst their faction, branches, so to speak. And some are more zealous about technology than others, but I mean, it just depends on what faction he came from.
I guess we'll never know. Unless he had a journal on him or something that anyone else managed to find before we buried him, but suppose any of you guys found anything?
You guys wouldn't have found anything except the letters from his wife.
Yeah, I guess not.
So, he what? Captured you guys just to reveal shit about you, talk with you. That's it?
Basically, he went on this whole tirade about how we've been hiding the truth from each other and we're not really friends and all this crap. I don't really know, what reason he had for doing it. And he said, "We'll meet again," or something like that. So I don't know if he just wants a worthy fight or something, but if that was the case, why not just kill us where he had us? He had us in a friggin' gas chamber.
Because if there really was a rat, he wouldn't want to kill him.
Sense. There is a rat in your group. He wouldn't want to kill the rat.
Could also just be him furthering a lie by making us think that's what he'd want. You know, there could just not be one. But either way, he's playing mind games that we don't seem to have figured out. So there's no way of really knowing.
Oh,
But
sounds like he just wants to tear your group apart.
Maybe. I mean, still, if there is someone who's feeding information to him, I'd rather we take the diplomatic route and let you or someone else who's a little more light-handed in getting information figure it out. But if that doesn't work, all my time in the Forge taught me pretty effective ways of getting information out of people. Then again, I don't expect anybody's gonna willingly line up to get their kneecaps smashed.
Well, and then on top of that, you'd have to be willing to get yours smashed too.
Yeah.
either way, I think there's a couple people in my mind that we can eliminate as a possible rat. One of them being Tommy, obviously, and the other being Bush, because this guy was really trying to turn Bush against us and tell him that we're not his friends and we're just using him as some big log of muscle in our group. And
I mean, I hate to admit it, but he was kind of right. We've all been assholes to each other. We can say that there's been some trust here or there, but I mean, he's right. If we're gonna get stronger as a group and actually take this guy down and bury all our problems together, we do need to trust each other with a lot more than just watching our six. I mean, asking someone to make sure that you don't die and in exchange making sure that they don't die, that's pretty much the bare minimum for trust.
I guess
Axel's gonna start rounding up chairs, and put them in the garage in like like an Alcoholics Anonymous type circle.
Okay.
And he's gonna sit down one and just call out family meeting.
before I walk over, I'm just going to turn to Valentine and say, well, in case it wasn't clear enough, your supposed informant, Cephas, he's working with the guy, and he kind of seemed like he was the whole time. He walked right into his trap.
I gathered. Well, I came here earlier and I saw the piles of bodies burning and decided to leave you boys alone and let you go through whatever it was you were going through. I heard rumor that there was a fight out here that could be heard in Diamond City. So
Yeah.
it was pretty loud, to say the least.
Surprised nobody else has come knocking.
Well, I mean, it's the Wasteland. What do you expect? If it ain't your problem, then keep your head down and go the opposite direction.
And with that, Graft will walk into the AA meeting.
Valentine walks in as well and just kind of stands in the corner. He lights a cigarette. The smoke going out of his the open tears in his face.
I'm kind of just like tapping my foot, waiting for everybody else.
Ravi goes in and sits down, the laser rifle slung over his back.
Bush will walk in, kind of staring down at the map still trying to come to some sort of conclusion, and take a seat in one of the chairs.
Kieran?
Rock face?
That sounds
You're
like
muted.
Kieran is the rat.
Kieran, you're muted.
Why don't you join us, Kieran? Come, please, take a seat.
Unmute your mic, fuck ass.
Baz, check your phone.
I gotta check my
Oh,
phone
boy.
now.
He is the rat. I kill him.
Okay, so Kieran is dipped out to clear his head.
Huh. Well, guess we can get started then.
Graft, I told you if you help me bury Marcus after I found him, I'll tell you everything. I wasn't lying. I can either start from the beginning or you can ask questions and I'll tell you whatever I know.
Probably best just start from the beginning. I wouldn't even know where to start asking questions.
Axel lights a cigarette, lights a new cigarette after flicking his butt. Kinda runs his hand down his face, takes a big, long exhale after puffing the cigarette. I was about 14, closing in on 15. My mom and my dad, we lived in Akron, over in Ohio. There was no radiation anywhere, but a lot of other ways it was even worse than it is out here. The traitor problem was they controlled the entire city, every building. Like some sort of dictatorship military lockdown, except filled with drugs and mercy killings, honor killings, and rape and all sorts of crap. Horrible. Made our way out here because we heard that it was a good place to start a homestead. Heard it was more temperate than out west, so you know, ramen could survive better out here. Made the trip. Probably took about a month. We set up halfway between downtown Boston and Salem. And started setting up a homestead. We got a Brahmin. We got a few, actually. We started growing mute fruit and melons, and we were doing pretty good. My 15th birthday rolled around. My dad bought me the flare gun that I use now. And Axel kind of pulls it out. His hand's not on the trigger or anything. He just kind of looks at it. And then, pretty much right after my 15th birthday, the Forged came and burned our entire home to the ground, killed our Brahmin, burned all our crops, destroyed our house, and Slag killed both my parents right in front of me. And then he took me back to the ironworks, had me work as a pup. Basically meant I shoveled molten steel and was in a pit with all the defective steel and recycled scrap, and basically just had me work for him as a slave. Eventually, I ended up getting hooked on Psycho, and I kind of lost myself. I kind of figured at that point, well, I'm already here. Things are only going to get worse if I don't play ball, and so I started trying to get along with everybody. Easier said than done, obviously, but over time it worked. People in the Forge started to trust me a little bit, as far as raiders can trust each other. I rose up in the ranks. I was just so full of anger. I wanted to take out pain inflicted on me on anyone I could, innocent or not. And Slag liked what he saw, so he started putting me higher in the ranks, sending me out on more raids. When I met you guys, when I said you gotta kill however many thousand people to get marked, it was all bullshit. The burns are kind of like seniority system. You get marked with them over time. It's not about the amount of people you kill. It's over time or how high ranked you are. Slag started enslaving kids younger and younger. Eventually he brought this one kid who was probably a year younger than I was when he brought me in. His name was Marcus. And he was so terrified. I mean, I thought I was a nervous wreck when I first got there, but this kid would damn near piss his pants every time he looked over his shoulder. And I felt bad for him, so I figured I'd take him under my wing, kind of protect him from the other seniority members, and teach him the ropes, show him how things work, convince him to play ball so that he doesn't have to go through all the shit that I went through when I first... Well, one day, one of the rare occasions that I was actually sober, I kind of realized how badly I'd fucked up. Someone had snuck Marcus a needle, and his psycho addiction was even worse than mine was. It all kind of dawned on me at that moment that I basically turned into Slag, and I was making Marcus turn into me. I told him that him and I were going to sneak out in the dead of night and start over. Even if we had to travel all the way across the country, me and him would make it out alive, which is more than can be said for pretty much any member of the Forged. Well, Slag had his hooks deep in him because he ratted me out. And he gave me a choice. Death or dishonor. Probably guess which one I chose. And he points to the sheet of metal on the side of his head, and then he stands up, takes his jacket off, lifts up his shirt, turns around, and then shows you the steel plate covering his entire back. He sits back down, takes another drag off his cigarette. I hadn't been out of the Forged for years. I had been out for a matter of weeks when you guys found me in the jail. I was just ruffling up my feathers because I didn't know what else to do. I figured if I scared you guys enough, you'd either help me out or leave me alone to die. At that point in time, I didn't really care which. Honestly, I probably would have preferred going out. And, I'm gonna need all of your help. I need to get rid of Slag once and for all. I need to make peace with Marcus. I need to make peace with my parents, and I need to make peace with myself. I know it's a big ask, but I can't move forward until that's done. And in return, I'll help each one of you with anything you need. Just, you give me your word, you'll help me. Whatever you need, you name it, I'm there. I know that it's not easy to trust someone who killed people for a living and took pleasure in it at one point. I'm not going to pretend that my head's all the way right, but I've got enough wherewithal now to see that I know what I need to do. And it's not sitting in a psycho hole and looking for innocent people to slaughter for a few caps. My real name is Oliver Renfield. Axel was a name that Slag told me I had to pick a name, that the old me was dead. But the new me feels a lot more dead than 15-year-old me ever was. So you can refer to me however you want, but once Slag is dead, and he will die, I'd appreciate it if you all use my real name.
Oliver it is. You guys heard it back when we were in that gas chamber, but my name, my first name is Gregory. I'm pretty sure you guys heard that. But full name's Gregory Affer Thompson. And I guess since we're invulnerable and shit here, you know, I had a falling out with my family before the nukes and everything. I've always been a little shit, even way before Hancock took me in. Just drugs and chems every day. Was skipping school. Wasn't really ever showing up. Getting in fights. Getting arrested. I don't really know why. I had a good life. My parents were people. Lived in a good neighborhood. I just down the wrong path, I guess. I tried to find them for years after nukes and everything, and I don't even know if they'd recognize me or if I'd recognize them, if they even were alive, if they even managed to survive. That letter that I got from it was from my mom, so maybe she's out there somewhere. I don't know. I guess I'm kind of trying to find her now.
Did you check your private messages in the Discord from me?
I did.
Okay, good.
So yeah, Oliver, I'm down to help you with your cause. Maybe you guys down to help me with mine sometime.
Axel nods and leans over and gives you a fist bump, and he says, "It's nice to finally meet you, Gregory."
Yeah. Me too, man. It's gonna take some getting used to getting called by my actual name again, but not a bad thing. How about you, Bush?
Bush had not have beginning like you. Bush had to just wake up in fear, not know where I am, not know what doing. Bush had only lied because mole rats aren't that bad raw. Spent first few weeks trying to survive. Didn't do so good on my own. Rat storms and feral ghouls are always problems. And one day, Bush had to get found by other super mutants. Bush had not seen other super mutants before, so I want to say hello. They ended up leading me back to Stonefish and his tribe. Said, Bushhider want join. Bushhider need go earn name. And within the same day, he sent me with other super mutants to go hunt Yaogua. We spent 3 days searching and tracking. Once we found it, all I had was a hunting rifle that was given to me and my sledgehammer. Bushhider not stupid. No can't take Yaogua head on. So Bushhider hid in bush. Tried to be sneaky. Bushhider not used gun before. So when Bushhider shoot, Bushhider missed. Didn't get it. Barely slowed it down. Bushhider went to reload. Ended up breaking moving part where bullets go. Bushhider looked at other super mutants and none of them did nothing. So Bushhider knew this was his moment. Bushhider pulled out his hammer and charged. Bushhider charged Yaogua. Bushhider nearly died that day. Bushhider did not know how long fight Yaogua, but very hard fight. Bushhider remember once he killed Yaogua, Bushhider just wanted fall over and be like dirt. Bushhider not give up easy. Bushhider made himself stay on feet. And then let out loudest, meanest shout at sky. Bushhider felt good, even though bleeding and cut everywhere. Once Bushhider killed Yaogua, other super mutants took care of Yagwai so we could take it back to tribe. We spent days traveling back, fighting off mongrels, raiders, other puny humans. Once we make it back to tribe, other super mutants told Stonefist what Bushhider did, and Stonefist gave Bushhider a name. His name was Bushhider. As a initiation, Stonefist had two super mutants hold Bush down, and he branded Bushhider's shoulder. Bushhider remembered pain very well. Never forget. Stonefist gave me 2 days to rest and recover. After that, Bushhider wanted to make a name for himself. Bushhider wanted power. To climb the ranks, you had to challenge somebody who was above you. Bushhider did not remember ranks. Bushhider stopped caring. But Bushhider worked hard, fought harder, eventually become Stonefist's right hand. Bushhider felt good. Bushhider felt happy. Bushhider kept going, proving himself to Stonefist. And one day, Stonefist judged me. He said he believed Bushhider gonna overthrow him. Bushhider got angry. Bushhider said Bushhider would never do that. He didn't believe me. The tribe wanted me to be, killed as punishment. Stonefist knew me too well. Was his right hand for 7 months. Stonefist knew Bushhider preferred death over shame. So, Stonefist banished Bushhider. He cut brand, make it permanent mark. Saying Bushhider never welcome back. After that, Bushhider spent 2, 3, 4 years surviving, using what he learned, and eventually meeting you guys. And now we unmask together.
Holy shit. No wonder you and I got along right off the bat. We started out practically the same.
Bushhider thinks story better though. I'd fight Yaogwai.
Definitely. I couldn't take on a Yaogwai on my own. That's for sure. So, you want us to help you track down and get rid of Stonefist?
Bushhider know where Stonefist is. Bushhider gift was map. Shows where Stonefist tribe staying right now.
Alright. So, you want us to go with you, go there and take out your old tribe, or just Stonefist?
Bushhider not sure. Bushhider still angry. But Bushhider not stupid. Bushhider know Stonefist waiting.
I hate to cut you off, Bush. Did you say a gift?
Yes. That's what false prophet or right hand of Atom call it.
Were you the only one who received a gift?
No, all of us but Ravi got one. Dolores was up on a cross for Hummy. Kieran and Graft had crosses with notes attached to them, and Marcus was on mine.
Hell of
Yeah, gift is a very generous way of putting it.
No kidding. Ravi, how come you didn't get a gift? As Ravi just kind of sits there with his hands folded, he's still looking at the ground, just kind of zoned out listening to you guys. You see him kind of rocking gently back and forth as Nick, Ravi, can you hear me? And you see Ravi kind of snap. And he looks. Oh yes, I can hear you. Sorry, I was lost in thought, and I'm not doing the accent because I would sound really ridiculous if I did the accent.
Don't want to do it a disservice.
Yeah, because I would be doing a disservice to it, because he does it legitimately. I do it is more of like a joke, so you will hear just my voice. So
This is a good question, though. Well, why didn't Ravi get anything?
because there's nothing to take from me. I have nothing except my life. I've lost everything. When I first started out, I was traveling with my beautiful wife and my 2 darling girls. We were part of a settlement that was ran pretty foolishly. The people that were in charge either took too much action or not enough action. And it was good. It wasn't terrible. And I had the job of planting the crops and tilling the fields, and of course, teaching my girls how to be good, prosperous adults. And one night, our settlement was raided. Raiders decided to attack us, and of course, the people in charge thought nothing of it. They had set up camp within eye shot. And of course, powers that be were, oh, if we ignore them, they'll ignore us. What do we have to offer? And I tried to explain to them, look around you. We have everything to offer them. Food, water, women, men. Anything and everything that you could imagine. But fell on deaf ears. And that night, in the fight, we lost a lot of people, my wife included. They gunned her down right in front of me. Now, I took out a couple of them with, my trusty cricket bat, as he kind of says it with a half smile, but it's just a dead smile. And when the sun arose, a couple of the leaders were dead. Many people were missing. And our settlement of 60 became 20. So with my girls in tow, I brought up the idea of us being a traveling settlement. And it worked. I wasn't the de facto leader, but I had some ears. And it was good for a while there. We traveled the wastelands, saw a lot of different places, met a whole lot of different people, but we forgot about the ghouls. And they just tore us apart. They were killing indiscriminately. Of course, as we're trying to defend ourselves against these ravenous feral ghouls, I lost one of my daughters in the process. And there was just a horde of them, just teeth gnashing and growls. And the one person that I had their ear was Ghoul Feed. Everyone started looking at me. All 11 of us. And I tried hard. I wanted us to find a place that we could call home. I needed a place where I could protect my daughter. I couldn't even do that right. Everyone asking me, pulling me in different directions and looking to me for advice and handling stupid squabbles. I was gonna leave. I was gonna take my kid and just leave in the dead of night. I should have. But of course, a little girl looking at me, with full of hope and the same hope that everybody else had. I couldn't abandon these people. Been through too damn much. So, we found a place to hold up for the night. We didn't know that it was... Didn't know it was a super mutant outpost or hunting ground or whatever. Super mutants are hard to kill. Especially when your guns are dry. People are terrified. Super mutants don't just kill. You know that they take prisoners. My daughter was one of their prisoners. I got hit so hard by one of them. I tried to keep consciousness. I couldn't. I was going days without sleep, without food. Rations were low, and it just all caught up to me in the form of a super mutant fist. Yeah, they tore through that camp. I was the sole survivor. Guess they thought I was dead. I tracked them. Found their little outpost, wherever the fuck they called home. I saw them eating pieces of my little girl while she was strung upside down by her legs over a fire. You know what that does to a man? That does to a father? I killed all of them. Wasn't many of them. There was 4. I killed them all. When I was done killing them, I cut my little girl off of that pyre, just held her there. What seemed like days. Failed as a father, I failed as a husband, I failed as a leader, failed as a friend. Failed in every single aspect of my life. Too damn cowardly to just end it. Because I thought about it, but couldn't do it. So I just walked. Buried my little girl and just walked away from it all. Of course, I didn't realize the winters in Boston were as cold as they are. I heard that Diamond City was the place to be. Especially in the harsh winters, and I was just gonna find a bottle in a bar and just crawl away in there. That's when I met you guys. But you see, I have nothing left to lose. I lost everything. I mean, I have you guys, and as you see, he pulls out he unshoulders Hummy's rifle and just holds it in his hands. I'll lose you guys too. We lost Runt. Now Hummy. So yeah, what was up on that cross? It was not there. Nothing to take except you guys. So forgive me for losing everything.
Well, I mean, you still have your faith. What about that talk we had in that elevator about your piety to Krishna?
And I still have it. But let's be honest. My faith in Krishna has been shaken.
What he told me.
That's because the DM is forgetting that conversation. But we're gonna roll with it because that asshole wanted to play COD Go, so fuck him.
All right.
I mean, wouldn't yours be shaken? I mean, seeing your wife cut down with bullets, seeing your daughter, one of your daughters ripped to pieces by ghouls, and seeing your other daughter cooked and eaten. I could still hear their screams. Every time I close my eyes, I hear their screams. So, yes, my faith to Krishna is a bit shaken.
Axel will reach into his satchel and pull out a leather-bound book with a cross on it, and also in disorganized handwriting, it says Marcus on the front of it, and he'll run his hand across the leather and he'll nod and say, "Oh, that's fair. I've seen things that are arguably just as bad take faith away from people who had a lot more of it."
Ravi gets up and puts the laser rifle back on his back. I'm gonna go get Kieran. As he kind of wipes his face as he's walking out. Well, now we know why he didn't have a gift given to him.
Now I feel like an asshole even insinuating in the first place that his loyalty might have been misplaced.
Isn't that the whole purpose of why he said that, though? Just to cause more discord in the group?
Probably so.
I mean, it appears as though you guys are opening some old wounds. So far, nothing screams at me in the, nothing screams at me to, hang on. What the hell's he saying? Hop in the Discord? Why?
No, because I said there's discord in the group, and he said, "Ha, I get it, discord."
Oh, okay. But nothing really screams rat to me. I mean, I don't know. We'll see what Kieran has to say as Ravi kind of leads Kieran in to the, AA circle. Well, Kieran, your turn.
So what are we doing? Just sitting around here like a bunch of pussies, telling fucking stories.
I don't know if I completely trust everything that guy said, but he was right about one thing. We really don't know enough about each other to be trusting one another with our lives. Up until this point, we've kind of just been doing the bare minimum of watching each other's backs in return for watching each other's backs.
Right, and I don't quite see the problem with that, if I'm going to be honest. Seemed to work just fine till now.
Robbie looks at you. Because personally, I don't want to catch a bullet in the back of the head. So far, that false prophet, whatever the hell he calls himself or is called, told us there was a rat amongst us. And so far, I don't think he's lied about anything about us.
So you think everybody giving their backstories, that's gonna help us tell who's a rat or not. Because I'd tell you right now, if I put a rat in your group, I'd make sure as fuck he had a backstory. So that anybody asks him about anything, it doesn't seem too suspicious that he doesn't have anywhere he's coming from. But since you want to know fucking backstories, I guess I'll tell you mine.
I mean, he's got a point.
You know, the whole reason I'm fucking here was for an arms deal. I'm supposed to go back home after a week. Spend it with my fucking wife. Finally settled down from all the gun running and fucking explosives work I've been doing. But that never fucking came. You know, I grew up in fucking Belfast during the new Troubles. Flared up after some renewed tensions. There's a vote. New Sinn Féin party in Parliament voted for reunification of Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland. Those goddamn British bastards fucking shut it down again. The fucking Commonwealth didn't give a shit whether we were free or not. But always listened to my brother Seamus. He was a good man, he was a pacifist and he was a school teacher. But always advocated for peaceful political solutions to our problems. That went fucking tits up quick. Crown forces got a tip that there was a stockpile of fucking weapons in one of the fucking church schools. Same church school he taught at. What do you think they decided to fucking do? They decided to raid it. Got shot in a crossfire with about another 10-15 children in his class. Fucking kicked the door down, thought somebody had a gun in their hand. Fucking bastards mowed down everybody in the room. That was the last fucking time I ever sought for a peaceful solution. So I picked up a fucking rifle and I joined the no provisional fucking IRA. I started killing those British bastards. And running weapons with them too. Gained a knack for explosives work along the way. You know, over the years, I mean, the groups, they fucking began to splinter off. Everybody talking about, oh, well, we've got a no Good Friday deal with the British Parliament. Well, ended up splintering off and I ran with the real IRA for quite a moment afterwards until I realised they were getting into the politics game as well. So, went around drinking for quite a bit. That's where I met my lovely wife, Siobhan. Fell in love with her. And that, I suppose that scared me a bit. So I fucking ran from it. At least for a time. You know, I'm not a dull man. I knew peace was fucking coming. But, well, at this point I just wanted to make me money. Didn't care if I was actually helping out the cause or not. So, ran around for a few fucking years making weapons deals. Going back between the States and Belfast. On my last trip to the States, I returned to Belfast, back to Siobhan, and she begged me to fucking stay. Settle down and start a family with her. Thought it wasn't for me, but after going back to Boston and thinking it over, I decided I would head back, but not before one last deal that set us up for life. I fucking decided to sell off a dirty nuke to a couple of fucking domestic terrorists in Boston. I didn't really give a shit, wasn't my country. I figured I'd needed the money, and after that I could go back home and not worry about a goddamn thing, but it's when the fucking bombs dropped. Took everything I had left. Only thing I loved besides me brother. Apparently took a fucking child with her. But it burned my fucking skin. It cursed me to walk this goddamn forsaken wasteland for the next fucking couple hundred years. I don't know if it was maybe to make me pay for my sins or what I've done. Maybe it's my Catholic guilt. Maybe it's to just show me that what the fuck I thought I was doing, why I was doing it, wasn't actually why I was. So here I am fucking sitting with you arseholes. And that's the long and short of it. Ain't nothing special, didn't grow up too fucking sad. Didn't fight a... whatever the fuck you bastards have been fighting, but... that's my fucking story, that's why I'm here. An arms deal gone wrong. Countries that couldn't keep themselves from fucking fighting each other took everything I fucking had and left me here to walk alone. That's why I'm fucking stuck in these godforsaken states. You fucking happy with that? Is that the fucking backstory you all wanted to hear?
Axel looks at Kieran and says, "For what it's worth, I'm sorry about your wife and child."
Right, like you fucking know them. Doesn't matter anyways, they're fucking ash. At least they're fucking ash, so they don't have to live through this horse shit. This fucking hellscape.
So now my question is what did the prophet lie about?
You think I was taking fucking notes while we were all in a gas chamber, Valentine?
Well, I would hope that you would hear what other people had said and seen what they had said here today and see if it was a lie. Because if it's not a lie, then that means that there truly is a rat in your group. And I'm hoping that he lied.
Does anything come to mind, DM, to any of us?
Nope. You guys heard the backstories of each other and remember what the prophet had said. So appears as though it's all adding up.
Well, then, who could it be? I mean, I don't recall any of us ever, being out of earshot of the group for long enough to... Doesn't make sense.
Well, you said he has people in the Minutemen and in Diamond City. So, slipping a note wouldn't be too difficult. Having someone sitting within earshot of you guys, again, not too difficult.
Sure, but, I mean, how would he know our entire life stories? How would he know that Graft and Kieran were alive before the war? How would he know that Bush woke up in a field somewhere and joined a tribe? How would he know that I moved from Akron and got kidnapped and enslaved into the Forge? How would he know how Ravi started out how he did? It doesn't make sense. How would one of us, being a rat, allow him to know any of that?
Well, that's...
Because it is I, Hamster Bartholomew Backstabbington.
Well, you go around saying that you were part of the Forged. It's not hard to follow that up. You have a super mutant. Him being part of Stonefist, I'm sure that is not hard to follow up on. The scar on his arm is pretty distinct. Graft and Kieran both being ghouls, it's not hard to believe that there are other ghouls out there that are pre-war. I mean, just a little bit of poking and you get to see. I mean, Kieran is an Irish ghoul. Not too many of those around here.
Yeah, so who could he have sent out to Belfast to get a fucking picture of an ultrasound?
Well,
That's a good fucking point.
Well, did he get a picture of an ultrasound, or was it just the letter?
I'm pretty sure you...
You did
out of
specify.
character,
Did I say the ultrasound? Okay, so that was on
you
me.
very specifically.
Okay, so
You're like,
Kieran...
goddamn specifics.
I know, right? So Kieran,
I never got my ultrasound
you
picture
never got
either
the
in direct
ultrasound picture.
messages.
My
I
bad.
got my letter, but I didn't get a picture of your face on a fucking fetus's body.
My bad. Well,
Okay, well in that case, I guess
tell us
rewind.
about well, no. Tell us about the letter, Kieran.
Fuck. Hold on. And also that watermark. Can you give me an unwatermarked version of that? Because it's hard to read some of the shit in the middle.
Nope. You get the watermark of that.
So I gotta read it out loud right now.
I mean, you could if you want. You could describe the letter with the watermark.
Oh fuck! Hold on, I gotta read it again. All right, give me a second here. I'm also sending you something.
Okay.
I can hear somebody typing away.
Oh, sorry, that's a fucking ghoul cough.
Good lord.
That's fucking radiation. That's what it'll do to you. Fuck.
Coughs up a green ball of like glowing puke.
Well, he is irradiated as shit, so.
It is true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fucking true. Well, I mean, basically, this letter. I mean, it's basically her just saying that she's pregnant. And
Does it
waiting
look
for
like
me to
her
come home.
handwriting? Does it look like her handwriting? Do you remember what her handwriting looks like?
It almost looks as if it's a font that's based off of handwriting. It looks like hers. It is hers. It's stamped with the Defense Intelligence Agency, United States of America stamp as well. Very official. Very, they must have just pressed the fucking stamp into the ink recently, because it's very, very strong stamp here.
Oh my god.
Almost so that I can't read the middle of the letter.
I apologize that my fucking graphic design is not up to par with your
Well, first of all, you could put the stamp behind the letter. Like,
why would I
set
put
to
it
back.
why would I put it behind the letter when it was an official stamp as evidence?
Okay, sir. Sometimes stamps are like fucking, faded and are dark fucking red.
Hey, you know,
Jesus, my lord.
you know. So Nick walks up to you. Let me see the letter.
I should have the voice changer on when I did that.
I know this man was over here fucking yawning while Kieran was giving up his fucking backstory. He's like,
Yeah, Bush just like, while Kieran's like crying, Bush is like farting and scratching his ass.
I mean, that sounds pretty in character.
let me see that
does.
letter, Kieran.
I hand him the letter.
He looks at it. This looks like it was held in evidence. So he probably didn't go to Belfast to get this.
Alright, is there like an intelligence agency office somewhere in Boston?
Yeah. Though it's pretty much destroyed, I'm sure the records department that was underground would still be in somewhat well condition.
Alright then. I guess everything kind of lines up.
I mean, it
could
doesn't
just
sound
be-
like a bad place for a man to hide out either.
True.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we're all kind of thinking about this a little wrong. I mean, like Valentine said earlier, I think you said, could be someone who doesn't even know that they're a rat. Maybe he has some sort of mind control over someone. He seems to have some sort of weird magic powers or something, or at least has enough influence to get whatever he wants. Who's to say he doesn't have some sort of device or weapon on him that allows him to control people's minds?
You're
Make them
saying
not remember
fucking
it.
magic. You think this is a fantasy world where things are made up and there's characters who can cast magic and spells?
As
What type
Kieran,
of world do you think this is?
as you say that, roll me a perception check. Advantage.
Oh fuck! I'm legit serious. I'm at my uncle's place. I don't have any of my dice.
All right, I'll
I
roll
need
it
somebody
for.
to roll for me and roll good because I also have my character sheet.
All right, I'll
You
roll it
look
for
up
you.
and see 5 massive ethereal beings controlling you like chess pieces.
But I'm pretty sure my perception is sitting at like fucking like middle of the road at this point.
All
All
right,
right,
well,
I'll roll a d20 for you
I
then.
already rolled. I get it's a
Okay.
17. So
Fuck yeah.
as you're telling Axel, what do you think this is? Some kind of magical make-believe game of fantasy and all this? You start seeing 6 ethereal beings just appear out of nowhere. Just only you can see them. One's laying in bed. The other one appears to be sitting in a chair in front of a computer, possibly at their uncle's house. The other one is sitting in front of a large screen TV. The other one is sitting hunched over a microphone on a TV dinner tray, and another one is sitting behind 2 screens with a microphone. And then it just disappears just as quick.
Jesus fucking Christ! What was that?
You having withdrawals?
It's fucking strange. I think I might be fucking. I need some jet.
God damn it, Boz.
Do you like how I described you guys?
Alright, well, look. We could either go about this 2 ways. We could keep convincing ourselves that every single person is the rat because we don't know who's the rat and end up just being at each other's throats, or we can just act like that's not important right now. You know, we all got our own demons to bury, and I think it's important that we take care of that first, and then track down this prophet guy and put a bullet in his head, and maybe after that it's not even going to matter anyway, so...
Well, the problem is any kind of action we take against the prophet of Adam, we have to assume is going to get right back to him.
Yeah, but whoever's informing him isn't going to exactly give that information up. So doing something about it, even if he knows what we're doing, is better than us sitting around with our thumbs up our asses.
Well, till you boys figure out who the rat is, I'm gonna stay out of this because, as far as I'm concerned, I can't trust that the information I give you or find or who I get you in contact with is safe. So you have to understand my dilemma.
Yeah, I mean, you probably have enough enemies around the mayor's office in Diamond City already anyway with busting us out of jail.
Well, not just that, but if I bring somebody from the Minutemen who is a trustworthy source and they end up dead again, it's not going to go over good. So I can't tell people that they're safe when there's a potential rat in the nest.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
Because
So
the
we're
last
flying-
Minuteman I was gonna bring, he mysteriously died in his sleep with a gunshot to the head, so...
Huh.
It explains why.
Alright, so we're on our own with this now, I guess.
Pretty much. At least until you figure out who the rat is, or if you can tell me with 100% certainty that one of you is not the rat.
Alright. In the meantime, you think you could make one more supply run for us and just drop it off here?
No. I'm not risking coming here again until I know for sure that the rat is either non-existent or dead.
Man, sure be nice if we were a loud and good neighbor again. We could use that memory place to sort through everybody's heads and find out what's going on. Wishful thinking, I guess. Alright, well, here's my thought process. In the meantime, it's pretty evident that he knows something or someone connected to each of our pasts at one point or another. Me, Bush. I mean, we at least have people that we can take out. We do that, there goes at least 2 lines of communication. Because he outright said as much that he communicated with both Slag and the leader of Bush's tribe. So, if anything, taking them out gives us better odds on top of dealing with unresolved trauma. Kinda seems like the only thing we can do right now. And Axel kind of looks around and is like,
I'll just
all
leave.
in favor.
I'll leave you boys to it to figure it out. Till that point, this will be the last time we see each other.
Can I roll insight on Valentine?
Yeah, go ahead.
Cool. I want to. It's not that he actually thinks that Valentine's the rat, because it doesn't really make sense to him. But he wants to see if there's anything suspicious about him wanting to dip, aside from just, aside from what he's told us.
Okay, so what's your insight score? Because I already rolled for you. Because I'm rolling insights for you guys, so you guys either have to take what I say as gold or not believe it at all.
Alright, I have a +3 to insight.
Okay. As you see Nick's trying to basically leave you guys hanging, you get the feeling that there's more to Nick's trepidation than just, oh hey, a guy I was gonna bring here was shot and killed.
Axel kind of squints at the, but, he's not going to say anything, because Valentine's going to take off anyway.
Let's see if Valentine notices your squintingness. He does not.
Just turn back to the rest of the group and say, all in favor of raising some hell? Taking care of at least 2 lines of communication we know that the Prophet has. I mean, I think at this point it can only help us. Either that or we all die in the process and this whole thing isn't our problem anymore.
Graft, did, the note that you, got, the gift, did you ever read it?
Max, your mic's muted. Did this motherfucker fall asleep? Hold on.
I would say, I feel like he might have.
I'll be right back.
Like
Hold on. I'm gonna go check on him.
It's a motherfucker.
Sorry, guys. I didn't even realize I was muted. Holy shit.
Bruh. Bruh.
Alright. Run it back one more time for me, because I was
So-
interrupted by someone checking that I was alive.
Graft, did you happen to read the gift from that you received?
Yes, I did.
Do you mind letting me take a look at it? Is it authentic?
Sure. Do you need me to send it to you, or?
No, I have it. I know what it looks like. I made the damn thing.
Right.
He looks at it. Is this these drops? Is this from you?
No. Not that I know of.
It's a problem. These drops look eerily similar to blood. Like a lot of blood.
Meaning what?
Meaning whoever was near this letter or had the letter on them was hurt, at the very least. This blood's not fresh, either.
So they're probably dead then, is what you're saying?
Whoever had it, yes, I would assume that they were dead.
Well, did your family have a house in Boston somewhere? Maybe we can go check if it's still standing. There might be clues somewhere.
Yeah, they did.
All right, what are we waiting for? And Axel gets up.
I guess I lead the way.
Ravi gets up as well.
Digging through old memories. Sound like fun.
All right,
So wait,
boys.
we're really doing my thing first, or just this to get a lead?
Possibly. It's up to you guys if we're doing this.
Okay. I mean, I'm down for whatever, but
I mean, aside from Bush, you're the only one that's native to this area, so...
there.
I'm gonna go pay my respects to Jessup.
Oh yeah, we buried him just outside the garage. I put a cooked piece of one of the children of Adam on top of the burial site for him. Thought it'd be poetic.
Was it about the size of a fist?
I was just
Roughly.
about to ask that.
I miss that guy.
Nick walks out to the grave of Jessup. What are you guys doing?
I guess making tracks for suburban Boston.
All right, and where is suburban Boston in relations to where you currently are in downtown Boston?
That'd be,
That's a good question,
northwest.
It'd be uptown.
Because the Lexington apartments are northwest of Diamond City.
Yeah.
Was it an
That's
apartment
about-
or a house?
There's a house,
Okay.
but in that direction, yeah.
So
But
roughly,
yeah, I'm pretty sure that the outskirts have like suburban houses.
yeah. So it's Lexington that you guys are going to be traveling.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys basically have opened your hearts up and pulled your masks off and are now just naked emotionally.
Do we all have big dicks?
No. Some of you don't have a dick. You have to understand. There's only 2 humans amongst you now.
Well, what's the point? What's the point of us being emotionally naked if we can't see each other's sadness dicks?
I mean, you guys could see each other's sadness erections. That's fine.
God damn it! I feel robbed.
So
Give me pictures of Spider-Man.
So the trip.
Pictures of Spider-Man.
So the trip to Lexington, or the outskirts of Lexington, is about a couple of days. And a straight shot.
I've got rations enough for everybody, so.
Okay. So you guys walking straight through or setting up camp on the...
Probably set up camp would be best, especially if we have to carry that egg around.
Yep,
Yeah.
can't forget about that egg.
Can't leave it behind.
Okay. As you guys are traveling through Boston, downtown Boston, it's eerily quiet. The air isn't filled with gunshots or screams of help. It's cold. It's snowing. And each step you take is just, you hear the crunch of snow beneath your footfall. You guys don't really encounter too much as the sun set or begins to set on the first day of travel. You guys are about halfway there. You hear some howls in the distance from either dogs or some creature. Nothing close. And who's setting up camp?
I will. I've got a pretty high survival stat. Oof, that's a 9.
All right, so you kind of look around the dilapidated street and derelict buildings as you see one that looks all right. It cover you for the most part from the cold if you set up a fire, which of course you're gonna. But you set up a fire and it's a nice fire. It's a nice campfire as it illuminates the interior of this building. You see off in the corners, kind of clean. The debris has not made its way over there. The roof is sagging in on one end, but it'll work. Let's see if you encounter anything. Who's taking first watch?
I will.
All right.
Graft.
So as
In case
you're
you know our voices apart.
right. So as you're just taking first watch, everybody's just kind of sleeping. And I want you to roll a perception check.
Sure, I can do that. Probably not very well, but I can do that. Just gotta load up my sheet real quick.
The man who has terrible perception taking the first watch.
Right?
Do you have, like, bad perception?
It's not horrible, but it's not great.
His character needs glasses.
A goal with glasses is a hilarious image. Oh, I actually have great perception. I'm stupid. That's a natural 20.
Oh, okay.
All right, so as you're sitting there just kind of listening and looking out, you see these three masses in the darkness kind of sneaking around across the street.
Coming toward us, or?
Nope, just casually passing. Well, not casually passing. They're sneaking past, trying to, but you see them. They just look like they're wearing large ponchos. You can't see any details on them, but they're across the street.
2 ponchos and lefty. Well, already enough shit. Best to not disturb anything else unless we need to, but I'll keep an eye on them for sure. Out of curiosity, just as much out of caution.
All right, so as you see them kind of pass through the window across the street, you kind of lean out and just keep an eye on them as they quickly cut down an alley. They cross the street and cut down an alley. Can't see them no more.
Yeah, the curiosity of Graft is like trying to get the better of him, but kind of knows that, like I said, we're in enough shit already. It's probably best not to get involved. You're just gonna light up a cigarette and just keep keeping an eye out.
Okay. And as your shift ends, who's taking second watch?
Wish I had a game.
All right.
I will communicate to him what I saw, just to tell him like, hey, you know, in case I come back around, keep an eye out. Let me know and everything, just so we can keep tabs on it in case it's something we need to be worried about.
Graft, as you go to lay down and turn in for a few hours of rest, the thought of visiting your home is just dancing around in your head. Your childhood home that you left for the last time, which you didn't know was going to be the last time. It's hard to imagine.
I assume this. Am I gonna not sleep and just stay up thinking about it?
That's up to you. That's up to you. You could do with that what you wish.
I think narratively it makes sense. You'd be very, very nervous about going back.
Be fairly restless.
Yeah. I'll take the point of exhaustion for the sake of narrative.
Okay. Bush, as you're looking out through the window, what are you doing? You got the map still in your head. Rick's death still sort of fresh. Shop Rag is dead. And there's Ragman's dead, and there's a potential rat in the group. And you got to hear everybody's little sad story.
Bush's most, since he, like, I guess we'll say, like, finally coming to the realization of, like, everything that's going on. His brain cells are finally working. He just kind of feels like a little conflicted, like maybe a little overwhelmed too by all the decisions he has to make. Because there's a possibility of confronting Stonefist. There's also helping Axel, Oliver, as he now knows, deal with Slag. And then there's the possibility of somebody being the rat.
I need you to
just sit there, stoking the fire, keeping an eye out, trying not to get too distracted with his thoughts.
I need you to roll a history check.
History?
Yes, a history check.
It's a 15.
Cutting in and out hard.
That's a 15.
It's
because I'm not used to having to actually talk loud.
With
my voice changer. I'm used to having to be quieter.
All right, so you rolled a 15, and as you're thinking about all this, you still have that hand on you, correct?
Yeah.
You want to look at that hand?
I do want to take a look at it.
All right, so you pull the hand out, and it's a super mutant hand. And as you're kind of turning this thing around and looking at it, you see kind of cut into the palm of it some kind of, it looks like words, writing. On the top of the hand, though, the burn marks that are on it are very reminiscent of the same burn marks or burn mark that you got, but this one's on its hand. And if you want to roll a perception check, you can see what the writing says. Oh, well, no, sorry. Roll an intelligence check, because we got to make sure that you can actually read these words.
Yeah, Bushhider's very limited reading capability.
Yes.
Free ice cream.
As Bushhider thinks, you can hear AOL modem startup noises in the background.
Oh, that's perfect.
Can you please insert that in the edit?
I'll try.
I got it. Well,
All right, so as you're reading, looking at this hand, you're spreading the fingers back, and you can make out the words hider, and it says bush hider, and then tool, the word tool. And as you look closer, you see the word is, and then another word, not hing. The other word you can't make out because it's in the crease of the hand, and it looks like gibberish to you.
so far he's read Bushhider is what?
Not hing. It's in the where the thumb meets the hand, in that meaty section.
Oh yeah, where it kind of wraps.
Yeah, it says not hing, H-I-N-G.
Bushhider is nothing. And then a word he can't read.
A word he can't read.
And then tool.
Tool, yes.
Bushhider's gonna kind of scratch his head, trying to process it, making sure he's trying to more or less figure out if he's reading it right.
Does Bushhider want to roll an intelligence check again at disadvantage?
Sure, why not?
He's thinking. Those gears are
Thinking
grinding.
real hard. Those brain cells might rub together.
Yeah. The smoke coming from the ears and the AOL boot up sounds are playing real loud.
Bushhider got a 4.
Bushhider got no fucking clue what the rest of that shit says. As Bushhider sits there scratching his head into the wee early hours of the morning, everyone starts to begin to wake some of you who are asleep. As Ravi gets up and stretches out, he's wearing nothing but his tighty whities. It's a good morning today. He walks over to you, Bush. How was the night?
Was quiet, as far as Bushhider know. Gregory said he saw people cross the street, disappear in alley.
Ah. They didn't cause any problems, so that's good. Best to not just kill anybody just indiscriminately for no reason.
And friend Ravi double check if Bushhider reading right. There's writing in Super Mutant Hand.
Okay. He takes the hand, he holds it in both of his hands as he looks at it. Where's the writing?
Not you writing in Paul?
No, don't see any kind of writing. I see scratches, but no writing. I just woke up. Maybe I can't see very well. You gotta rub the sleepies from my eyes. As he begins rubbing his eyes, he's gonna try to roll a perception again at disadvantage. Yeah, buddy, I don't see any writing here. You sure you're not just seeing things that aren't there?
Bushrider not sure.
That's okay. Maybe it's all that Psycho and Jet and Psycho Jet that you were taking, playing tricks on you.
But it's been long enough. Shouldn't be affecting Bushrider anymore.
Oh. Maybe somebody else could read it. I don't know. I couldn't see anything. Maybe they could make something of it. As he stretches out and still standing there in his tidy whities, he brushes it. He kind of wipes his mustache.
I'm just imagining like Robbie just looks like the Iron Sheik.
Pretty much. That's what I'm guessing. As he stands there and you guys start waking up and you catch full view that his tidy whities are in the front. It's just a regular, tidy whitey, but in the back it's up his ass, like a thong. His tidy whities, of course, are not scavenged tidy whities. He makes his own out of fabric that he finds.
No, I didn't know that I never wanted to see that, but now that I have, I really never want to see it again.
What are you talking about? As he bends over and stretches out his back.
Ah, good lord. Jesus, Robbie.
Well, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning. Does anyone have any whiskey?
I do. Give me a second, I'll get it for you. As he squats down and just keeps stretching.
Axel kind of shakes his head and chuckles. Stands up and gets that good stretch in where all your limbs shake.
Oh, I had one of those. As you see him turning his upper body towards you, and you hear his back cracking.
Yeah, I can't exactly get a full extension on mine because of the metal riveted into my back, but it's good enough.
You ever thought about taking that off? I mean, at least the one on your back?
Yeah, I don't know if I can take off the one on my head. That'd probably take my brain out with it, or at least part of my skull.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, those rivets are really in there.
Bocephus was really in Hummy's wife. Just like those rivets.
Come on, man. Too soon. I'll take the bottle of whiskey from Robbie and take a few gulps.
Breakfast of Champions. Hey, I need your help with something real quick. Bush says that there's writing on this hand. I couldn't see any for the life of me.
Okay. I'll walk over to Bush, kind of give, like a nod on my head. Morning.
Morning.
Robbie said that big green hand that you got has some sort of writing on it, but he couldn't read it.
Yeah. Bushrider kinda read it, but not sure if read it right.
I'll take a look at it.
And
all right.
You're going to want to roll a perception check as you're holding this super mutant arm from the right below the elbow to the tips of the finger.
Mm-hmm. Can I possibly get advantage because I'm a big reader?
Sure.
Sweet. It pays to be a nerd sometimes, guys. 18.
All right, so as you're looking at this hand, you see the words, Bush Hider is nothing but a tool. Cut into it, etched more like something sharp, but at a glance you could see why it's hard to read in the lines of the hand that it was written on.
Axel's expression kind of hardens, and he says, "Yeah, we're definitely killing these guys for you."
Why? What did it say?
Says, "Bush Hider is nothing but a tool."
Nothing but tool.
So, you know how that prophet guy was saying that we kind of just use you for anytime we need someone big and strong to charge in and deal with the danger?
Bush Hider understand.
Yeah, but I don't think these guys would do you the kindness of fighting alongside you like we tried to do. Not that it makes how we treated you early on okay, but yeah. Apparently, whoever etched us on there sees you as indisposable muscle. Or disposable muscle, I guess. I'll hand it back to him.
Bush Hider want to prove wrong.
Then let's prove him wrong.
Bush Hider not smart, but smart enough.
Well, for what it's worth, I don't think you're dumb. There's a lot of different ways to classify being smart. I mean, when I was growing up, I was really big on reading, but most of the time it doesn't do me a whole lot of good with the life I live now. You know, comparatively, knowing how to use a gun or win a fist fight is a lot more effective.
Sir, couldn't you teach Bush Hider how to read better?
His eyebrows kind of go up in surprise. And he'll kind of take a second to, like, register what he's asking. But he'll nod his head and say, yeah, whenever we have some downtime, I'd be happy to, teach you how to read better. I mean, I've never been a teacher, but I'm sure we can find some way to brush up on your reading skills.
And Oliver seemed surprised by Bush Hider's question.
Well, I mean, with everything going on, I kind of figured it would be one of the last things on anyone's mind, but I don't have any reason to say no.
Bush Hider see point.
If we're going to take this whole being friends thing seriously, we got to help each other out, and not just on the battlefield. Axel will hold out his fist for a fist bump.
What friend doing? Why hold fist out super mutant?
It's kind of like a, it's what's the word for it? Do you know what a handshake is?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, but for people who consider each other friends. You know, it's a way to endear yourself to someone else.
Bush did not know what endear mean, but Bush assumed it means good thing.
Yeah. So, you know, if you want to bump your fist up against mine, not hard enough to break it.
Okay. Bush can be gentle. Sometimes.
Pull a strength check.
Oh no!
I feel like you're saying that just because I said something.
Yep.
All right.
Can I roll an endurance check?
Nope. Because you are assuming that he is going to be gentle.
All right. Let's see how this goes. Because this is kind of fucked. I rolled a 19.
So as you hold your fist up to Bush, you see Bush kind of just study your hand as he goes all the way back with it.
Wait, no.
As he throws it. Well, he goes all the way back with it, and then he
Remember,
throws
there's
it.
about 800 pounds of
Well, let him
behind
finish.
that.
Let him finish. He's telling a story with it.
He throws it full force at you, and you just, as you're seeing this, you look at your hand, look at his coming in, and it just gently taps. You feel it just brush against your knuckles. It hurts like hell, but he took a step back just far enough, and you have officially fist bumped a super mutant.
Without harm. Well, much harm.
Without much harm, yes. You didn't lose your arm yet.
I'll kind of like, shake my wrist out, like, like when you have like a sore wrist. And then with my other hand, put it over my heart and kind of just double over and take a big exhale.
Just understand that now, every time you go to fist bump him, he's rolling a strength check.
Every single time.
Okay, so do I want him to roll high or low on that?
Oh, it just depends on how the DM feels.
Fantastic.
Because depending on how that is. But yeah, there's 800 pounds behind that fist bump. Understand that.
Yeah. Remind me.
An eighth of it just comes from his arm.
Remind me to find like some layered rubber to tape to my hand.
So you want to wear a rubber while you two fist bump?
Oh yeah, I want to wear a rubber while I want one of us to wear a rubber while Bush fists me. There you go, people who want to draw fan art. Please don't draw that.
Oh my! Now if you say they're gonna.
I would die laughing seeing fan art of fucking Bush fisting you while you wore a rubber on your hand. I would die laughing. That is just too fucking perfect. So as everyone starts waking up, Max, you are muted. Graft, you kind of get up out of your little sleeping bag.
Max, you're muted!
Hearing you,
I know, goddammit.
Hearing you kind of, stir at the super mutant talking. It is day 2 of you guys traveling to Graft's childhood home.
Let's say we have breakfast, then get going.
I'll rip open 5 packs of rations.
Ravi pulls up his clothes. It's a bit chilly outside.
I'm gonna take out a can of pork and beans, and Blamco mac and cheese, and I'm actually just gonna I'm gonna tell Gregory, like, here, let me handle breakfast. I got some pre-war food in here that I could probably make pretty good.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm taking the pork and beans and the macaroni. I'm gonna try and find some sort of serviceable container that can act as a pot to put over the fire to cook it.
We could say that you have a pot in your pack, seeing as you magically have pork and beans and Blamco.
Well, I figured like ration, that's what rations is, right? It's like a mixture of like prepared, like dried food or whatever and like pre-war food.
Not really pre-war food. It's more just dried food, something that's easily obtainable in the wasteland, which would be
Okay. I was gonna offer off my rations instead of Max because he's done that the last few times.
We can say that your rations are the Blamco mac and cheese and the pork and beans. That's fine.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna write off 5 units of carcinogenic food. And yeah, so you can save your rations. Max will do mine this time.
Sure. Sounds good to me.
So describe to us this meal that you are cooking.
Well, I'm gonna take some, dirty, probably slightly irradiated water from like a nearby river or like puddle water, and
say there's plenty of snow on the ground.
I was about to
yeah, but that
That's
involves
dirty.
time. Yeah, people pee in the snow, Bush. That's gross.
Just don't eat yellow snow.
As you,
No, I am
see
gonna
Ravi
I'm
taking a piss outside the window, and it's not yellow snow, it's like orange.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Gatorade cap orange too.
Oh no.
Oh God.
No, yeah, I will go outside and find like the least dirty patch of snow I can find, and kind of just scoop it up with the pot, kind of put it over the fire, wait for it to boil, and then pour in the Blamco mac and cheese, boil it for 18-ish minutes, kind of because I like my noodles a little, boiled a little hard. And then once that's done, strain out the water, probably just onto, the nearby floorboards. I don't feel like going outside to drain it.
This man's over here describing how to cook noodles and how he likes to overboil.
Well, you asked me to, motherfucker! You asked me to!
Hang on, he's over here describing how he overboils noodles in the presence of an Italian who is currently muted.
I'm muted because I'm fucking disgusted. Oh, what the fuck?
I also put pineapple on my pizza and eat it crust first.
Oh my lord!
You eat corn on the cob the long way, don't you?
Sweet Mary, Mother of God! Oh.
When I make cannolis, I just pump some sweet cream into Zidu noodles.
Oh God!
Uncooked. He left the call.
Wait, he did?
Yeah, well, he's back now.
Oh, you're breaking my heart.
All right, so as
yeah.
you're cooking these things, Ravi just kind of comes back inside and has a handful of cleanish snow and is just kind of eating it. All that whiskey I'm drinking's dehydrating me.
Yeah, you should probably drink some water. And then Axel kind of like uprights himself and has like a look of like processing on his face, and then kind of does a face palm, and he's like, "I have purified water. What the fuck am I doing?"
That sounds like something a rat would say. Boys, he's trying to poison us.
Anyway, once it's finished cooking and the pork and beans are heated up and mixed in, I'll just kind of just set it on the ground, and I guess we all sit in front of the pot and just take turns eating out of it, right? Because we don't have bowls.
Just use our hands.
Why not?
Would the pot even be big enough for Bush to scoop out of, or would he just have to use his finger?
Probably your
I think
finger.
probably we'll just like, you know, one of us will pick it up and dump some into your mouth.
You could stuff 2 fingers in it. As Ravi,
Oil rig in the fucking pot of macaroni.
as Ravi just kind of scoops out a handful and kind of eats it in between fucking sounds as it's hotter than hell.
Oh, Ravi is my spirit animal. That's me every time. Dude, Max laughs every time we have like pasta because I'll never wait for it to cool and I'll put a big ass mouthful. I'll just go.
Yep. Scald your fucking mouth. Especially with that mush you call noodles.
I don't actually overcook my noodles. I was doing that simply despite Shane.
I was
Simply out of spite.
I was hoping that wasn't the case because goddamn, 18 minutes, man. You're dealing with just fucking sludge.
Yeah.
We're making fucking porridge at that point.
Basically.
Might as well just like that's basically like making gnocchi and then like waiting until it turns back into potatoes.
Oh, fuck.
Here's a moment of truth. Can y'all hear anything that's going on in my background?
Nope.
Yeah, who's that fucking?
Sweet. It means the shit's set up right that you can only hear shit in my room.
He's like, yeah, I got bitches fucking in my room right now. Keeping themselves ready for when I get off D&D.
So everybody that's eating the food, aside from Bush, you guys give yourselves 10 points of radiation. Because this guy used everything that is irradiated to cook.
Yeah.
And then goes, oh, I do have purified water.
Instead, I chose irradiated snow. Silly me.
Yeah, right.
And pre-war food.
Welcome to Bear Grylls survival tactics.
And as you guys are eating and enjoying the food is delicious. Kieran, you're beginning to glow again. And
oh, yay.
Axel, as you're eating the food, you are sicker than a dog, and I need you to roll an endurance check.
Oh, that's right.
Why?
Oh, 21.
Sweet.
All right, so you just shovel the food in your mouth, trying to eat as normal as possible, but your stomach is just doing somersaults. You want to yak this shit up, but you're not. You are holding on to it. As you hear the words ringing out in your head, you were always my favorite.
I'm kind of gonna shake my head and take a small sip of water.
Roll endurance check on that one too.
Yep.
Ooh.
Oof.
That's at disadvantage.
7. Oh, at disadvantage? All right. Yeah, 7.
Okay, so as you shake your head, you just unconsciously take a sip of water, and I mean the second that water hits the back of your throat, everything you just ate comes up. Oddly enough, though, it is not looking like mac and cheese or pork and beans. It's looking like straight up guts.
Ugh.
Like it is chunk.
Yeah, I'm like kind of faced away on kind of like my hands and knees, staring at the upchuck.
Oh, it's more than what you ate too. That's the fuck part. You guys get to see this this scene of him vomiting up what appears to be his guts, as it's just like the chunkiest, reddest fucking upchuck you've ever seen. You've seen animals throw up cleaner than this shit. And I need everybody to roll an endurance check except Bush.
Alright, you gotta roll that for me, baby.
I got you.
and I do not remember what the fuck my character's endurance is. But I
Uh,
know I put into it recently.
all right. Well, you got a natural 20. So as you're watching this, well, what did everyone else get?
15.
All right. So let me roll for Ravi too, because I forgot I'm playing him too.
I kind of did too.
So you see Ravi just kind of, looking at you. He puts the remnants of food down on the ground as he just kind of slicks it off his hand as he's like, "Brr, brr."
Ooh.
Oh god, and he throws up too, but it's all just pork and beans and macaroni slop. Kieran, you of course are watching this and it doesn't phase you. You've eaten rad roaches raw. And Graft, you've got far too much on your mind to even give a shit about how gross this is. You're just kind of sitting there zoning out, eating your food. Bush, of course, isn't disgusted by anything because he'll eat the asshole out of a mole rat without issue.
Dang, I didn't know you was freaky like that, Bush. Okay.
Leave no waste behind.
Ravi just kind of wipes his mouth and just, oh, that's hard to look at. Ugh. Ugh, and the smell.
You okay?
I'm fine, thank you.
Axel?
That's that fucking fruit. I've ever since I first ate it, anything I eat kind of just, I either throw it right back up or it turns to a rock in my gut. Before too long, we're gonna have to track down Bocephus too, because Prophet said that he's the only one left that has the antidote for the fruit. Otherwise, I'm not sure how much longer I'm gonna make it. Yeah, Axel's gonna spit, just like spit up the bile left in his mouth and wipe the corner of his mouth. And he says, in the meantime, I still have a few of the fruits that, kind of sustain me, but I don't want to eat too many of them, because I don't know if that's what advances it or not.
As you spit, one of your teeth hits the ground. You just hear it roll.
I'm gonna reach up and feel inside my mouth. Was it one of my canines?
It was one of your molars.
Ooh.
You feel, as you're touching it in your mouth, you feel the warm hole of where your molar used to be. There's no blood though coming out of it, but you do feel the hole.
Not good.
Ravi walks over there, grabs the tooth as he's holding his mouth from vomiting. He just looks at it and just kind of looks at you. You might want to keep this.
I'll take it from him and I guess just put it in my pocket.
That's a healthy tooth. If we get to a dentist, he could put it back in your mouth.
Maybe.
Oh god, that smell. It smells like metal, wet sheet metal. It's been rusted. Whoa.
Yeah. Talk about poetry.
Talk about something else other than that. Whoa.
I'll give Ravi the rest of my bottled water, since right now I can't drink it.
Ravi takes it and just drinks some of it, rinses his mouth out, and spits it on the ground, and he looks at you. See, no teeth are out. As he smiles, you see his teeth just pearly white. You gotta
must floss a lot, huh?
I do. I also, when I do this trick with the water, is I push the water through my teeth so that there are any particles that normal flossing doesn't get, it gets with the pressure. That's why my teeth are always so beautiful.
I'll have to start employing that trick if I still have any teeth left by the end of this.
You want to try that trick now? As he holds
I'd rather not take my chances.
I wouldn't either. Your teeth would fall out. Oh, you Gumby. Alright, so most of us have eaten. Are we ready to hit the road?
I'm gonna look to Graft or Gregory real quick. I'm gonna say, after we take care of your business, I'd kindly request that before we handle Bush's thing, we go to the carnival and track down Bocephus.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks that we can't just fucking kill him outright once we find him, because we gotta save your ass.
Oh, don't worry. Once we save my ass, then we'll definitely do that. Boy,
Might
a
be able to
few
get
of the tricks I
Kieran.
learned from Forged.
Gonna be able to get Kieran another new shiny leg.
So,
And we'll be able to get Bush a nice appendage, a big black appendage.
Yeah.
That's assuming it hasn't, withered from radiation.
alright, you ready to keep going?
Yep.
Kieran's been oddly quiet. What's going on, Kieran?
Yeah, what's going on, Kieran?
Don't worry about what the fuck's going on with me. I'm not the one who just fucking threw up all over the place.
I don't know. That sounds like something a rat would say, Kieran.
Well, you're right, my name's Remy. And I fucking cooked in a Parisian restaurant with an American child that actually turned out to be the son of the recently deceased restaurant owner. But we made good food. We changed hearts. We made that critic think of his childhood. Our food was so good. The health department came in and killed my family with rat traps.
I think he's having another jet withdrawal.
Ratatouille reference wasn't on my Winter of Adam bingo card, but it really should have been.
Well, you never know. You never know.
Ravi kind of just laughs. Oh, I'll be right back. I gotta go handle some business.
That's exactly what a fucking rat would say.
As he runs out the front door and turns the corner down the alley.
Business.
So he just ran?
Yeah, he just ran, like full on sprinted.
Anybody else find that fucking strange?
I'm gonna sneak out after him.
Yeah.
All right. So
What do you mean by business?
Sure you don't want me to check on him? I'm a little sneakier. I'm gonna go sneak after him.
All right, roll that stealth check.
Sneaky guy who is very sneaky.
The sneaky snake.
I'm a sneaky snake.
Sneaky ghoul.
I'm a sneaky snake.
Oh fuck.
29.
Snake.
All right, so as you see that Axel,
he's a fucking hideaway hash brown.
As you see that Axel is kind of still hacking up whatever is still left in his stomach, you just kind of take off down out of the front of the building and turn the corner. And you don't see Ravi, but you see his footsteps, and you follow the footsteps, and you hear this just grotesque, wet-sounding slop as you get closer towards the back of the building. And I'm assuming you're gonna keep going towards the back of the building.
Yeah, but I can already assume he's just shitting his brains out.
So as you get to the back of the building, he is Yes, full on shitting his brains out while he's squatted down, grabbing his knees with his hands tightly as he is just, I mean, pushing out just the nastiest, wettest shit. Just slop.
Tell me he's in twerk position taking a shit.
He is in twerk position taking a shit as he's sweating profusely, just oh God, I didn't think I was gonna make it. Oh man. Oh, that's the last time I eat that slop that he made. Oh God. Oh, beans and melted macaroni slop. Blech. Blech.
I'm gonna step him around the corner. I'm gonna be like, I want to double check, make sure there's no teeth in there.
Oh, I didn't even know you were there. Oh, thanks for checking in. I didn't think I was gonna make it. Oh my God. Oh, you might know
what you took off in such a hurry for.
Oh, well, you know, 'cause I'm the rat. That's why. Oh, that's probably what Kieran would say. Ah!
Oh my God.
He's shumming.
Yeah, right. We just gotta keep an eye on everybody because we don't know who it is.
No, I get you.
know?
I get you. No. You want to hold my hand? I need my hand held, please. Oh. It feels like a birth in a walrus through a hole the size of a nickel. Oh. He extends his hand out to you to grab it.
Oh my God.
Come on, man.
Christ.
Let's share a foxhole. We got this.
I'm gonna pull my shirt up or my jacket up over what would have been my nose or used to be my nose, and walk forward, and I'll grab his hand after making sure there's no refuse on it.
Oh, there's no refuse. He hasn't even begun to wipe. As he is just gripping your hand for dear life, his hand shaking. Oh, and we go back to Bush, still confused about what business. Axel still hawking up a
Jesus Christ, bro.
Oh my gosh.
You good?
That was really funny.
It was just the screaming and cut back.
And we're back.
And we go back to Bush. We're still wondering what kind of business. Everybody's still kind of, on edge. Like, what the hell did he take off for?
Ugh. Bush, I do not like the sound of this.
You guys smell that? Is there like a dead animal in here or something? Ugh.
It smells like downtown New Delhi.
You're not in the room. You're still holding Ravi's hand.
No, that was just from the ether. Just a random person.
Kieran sees the 6 ethereal figures appear again.
All laughing and chortling.
It's like, it smells like New Delhi in here.
Wish I'd have just thought it was a cat and mole rat nearby.
Yeah, maybe. Could also be all that shit I threw up. Sorry about that. Kinda forgot about the fruit thing for a minute.
Not bothered, Bush Ida.
As some time passes, you see Graft walk in, and right behind him is Ravi just holding onto his shoulder. Looks like he just dropped 10 pounds. His face kind of just drooping as he's breathing heavily. So, from now on, no more cooking food. No more cooking food, Axel. That was Oh, I'm sorry, Oliver. Sorry, I forget your real name. You're going by Oliver now. My bad. Oh, I just dropped a Renfield back there. God damn.
Blamco's revenge.
Oh, no kidding. It's probably that snow he used to cook it. Ooh.
You mean the snow that you were eating by the handful?
Hey. At least it wasn't the orange flavored snow out there. All right. Ooh. But it's okay. I'm not the rat. I just took a shit.
Yeah, it just smells like a dead rat now.
I mean, I could really go for some dead rat. Yeah.
Smells like a rat king. It's more than one.
Is that what Robbie meant by business?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't feel like the need to, involve everybody in the process of me voiding my bowels. But, I mean, I didn't think about it in the moment that there is a rat amongst us, so I guess we have potty buddies now. Graf's mine. Or Gregory's mine.
Yeah, did you sit there and watch him the whole time? Did you hold his hand?
It was beautiful.
No.
He did. Don't lie.
No, I didn't.
Don't lie. That's something a rat would do. He held my hand while I fought the terrible bowel monster. A lot came out. A little bit of blood, but I'm good. Who's got whiskey?
That was the most romantic thing I think you've ever said.
Yeah, my ass feels like it's stretched out about three times its normal size.
Never mind. That's the most romantic thing I've ever heard you say. Alright, can we please go?
Oh man, I went out there sounding like a trumpet. Now I come back sounding like a drum set.
Penny whistle?
I wish. After that, what we experienced, you know damn well it's never gonna sound like a penny whistle. Ooh, I wish.
Or you might pay a penny for it.
Take a penny, leave a penny.
Can we please stop talking about this before I puke up more teeth?
Bushhider agrees. Should get moving.
Sentences that have never been said before for 500, Alex.
Let's hurry this up so I don't puke out more teeth.
I'm posting that on my fucking Twitter right now.
All right, well, you gentlemen lead the way. I'm empty, so I'll be able to keep up.
Maybe get lucky. Come across a stray mongrel. Get extra food.
I'm not even thinking about food right now. Ooh, maybe we could lure one in with the slop I left out there. It looked almost like a can of dog food.
Doesn't smell like it.
Details. All right. Gregory? Can I just call you Greg?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, Greg. Could you lead the way, please? I'm smelling outside and it does smell like New Delhi.
Yeah, let's get going. And I will lead the way.
Should we take a break here?
We can, yeah. Whoever needs to go pee, go pee.
Well,
Perfect.
I gotta drop some New Delhi.
Yeah, my food just got here, so that's perfect, actually.
Alright, well, I'll stop my recording then.
Oh, I'm still recording. It's all
I
good.
want you to keep it fucking live.
We're live.
I mean, I could.
Oh, keep it
I'm gonna
live.
take me a quick piss and get out of these shorts. The underwear. Be right back.